Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I am truly filled with inspiration and love once again. So thank you. Thank you to all of you who have already stopped in, who've already shared your blessings, your greetings, and your encouragement. Thank you. I'm gathering my thoughts. Here's my hopes. I've got a bunch of different inspirations and a lot of different ideas I'd like to share. But here's what I'd love for us to all do is chill out, relax, right? That's really what I want, is my goal, is for everyone to feel more comfortable being more comfortable being you, wherever you go, however you are. That's my hope and my inspiration. That's my goal for today. So, just for a little bit at least, let's just chill out and relax for a little while. And what I've found is the best way to learn is to really pay attention, not to get hung up too much on words or ideas. But before I get too much into what I want to share, I mean, it's going to come down to praise. So where I'm at, here's the reality. We are all going to learn together during this time together what exactly might come through with Jack, and what kind of energies and ideas are brought forth in this moment. Because this life we're living, man, praise God, I'm filled with love of life and inspirations. I've cried tears of joy. I've prayed with tears of passion. So today we'll see where the truth guides us, where the spirits may lead us, because there's a spirit and energy to all moments that we share. And the spirits and energies I want to offer is some inspiration, some encouragement, some love, joy, the good things in life, the beauty. The inspiration, the thumbnail today, Friday Facts. Honesty is more than not lying. It's truth telling, truth speaking, truth living, and truth loving. That goes perfectly with what I want to express, what I want to try and communicate, is helping you to understand you, the truth of you, the authentic you. This world here, there is but one way, one healthy way for us to live. There is but one healthy way to live. And alignment with truth is the only righteous path to authentically know. Now, think about those words sometime later. You can come back and reference it on the thumbnail, or I'm on the other medias, but an alignment with truth is the only righteous path to authentically know. See, the truth frees us from our confusion. The truth frees us from our deception. The truth is the light of our, I don't know. Let me not get too far into that. I want to invite you, those who tune in, those who may join the panel as well. I want to share my prayers earlier. And I invite you, right? This is kind of a church, kind of a conversation, kind of a who knows what this is. This is in the eye of the beholder. I just know my intentions. I trust in my purpose. And I believe my purpose is to help you and others remember your own purpose. And I don't know what that is. I don't claim to know what your purpose is, but I know that the way that I live feels like it be pretty healthy for many others as well. So let me try and express or explain what I mean by this, how I live. I invite you to live in the likeness of Jesus. And I'm here to help you in my own clumsy, awkward way, imperfect way. I'm here to help you understand what it is I've learned by that. See, my prayers earlier today, well, one of my inspirations earlier, following along with the concepts I've been receiving through A Course in Miracles. God is the light through which I see. And God is the light that allows me to know. And it's the truth, life, that allows us to know anything. And we can only know anything in this present moment. So my hope is to help in this present moment for you to realize how to let some things go and how to live more in the likeness of Christ for yourself. So my prayer earlier today was, I've heard so many testimonies, okay? Let me start here because we've all got our different ideas of what my words might mean. So as far as Jesus and in the likeness of and why I'm discussing these things today. I've encountered people alive today and I've discovered so many testimonies. People have experienced the likeness and energy of God and Christ, and I know that there is many testimonies of the power of that word, that name. And it's not so much the name and the word, it's the energy of, it's the faith in the God of love, in the God of life. I lost where I was going with that. It'll come back. I mean, I'm here to talk about God and living in the likeness of Jesus. The testimonies. I've discovered there's many people alive and dead beyond in the past. There's many people who have had incredible testimonies with the power and likeness of Jesus. And I've been reminded by many that, if you pray hard enough, Jesus will reveal himself to you. You must be fervent. You must be devoted. So far, I've failed. I've never had that first-hand experience. So my prayer today was that one day I may experience the presence of Jesus in my firsthand life, right? But my prayer is to God that until that day, that I follow in his way. And what was the way of Jesus? He was the truth and the light, and he was here to save the world, not judge it, That's what the red letters say. And so what if that is your and my purpose? To prove to God for ourselves that the sacrifices, the choices, the teachings, the grace that God has shown in the past is worth it. What if we are here to glorify the name of Jesus in the celebration of life in itself, each day, each moment? And what if this is like a perfect story, a perfect fairy tale where throughout time, God created man in its image, and along the way it became corrupted. And then maybe there were beasts, right? Giants and all sorts of corruptions here on earth. And then our God, having faith in the creation that we are, decided, no, we're going to wipe it out. We're going to have a clean slate. We're going to start again. And so the stories go, right? We were at one time in the presence of those who used to know. See, we all learn through higher wisdom. There is a higher wisdom that we can all know, and it's the truth. The truth is, hey, J-Hub, praise God. Praise God, and sincerely thank you for the support, contributions, your generosity. I trust. I've seen your light, J-Hub. I've seen you. I've experienced you, and you are in the likeness of. And I know that we're all improving and growing in our ways. And so that's why I invite you. I'm seeing some of the names here, man. I invite you all, celebrate this day for who you are. I've met many of you, man. We are the light in the darkness, my brothers and sisters. We are here to save the world around us, the one in which we each individually experience. And how do we save the world around us? It's not by some force or evil deed. We save the world around us through the light of truth, by being authentic about who we are. And I think here, our first guest, I believe this is a man who is pretty authentic. Welcome, Hank. Good to see you, bro.
Hey, Jack. Here's my issue. If
Okay.
this is perfect, then it's not meeting my standards I want me. If
That,
this is perfect, I'm actually for wiping it all out and trying again.
so then you can understand God's perspective.
Yes.
So what if though, this was my thought earlier, is what if we are here for those of us who learned and call ourselves Christians? If you're not a Christian,
I am a Christian.
I mean,
Oh,
yes,
the audience.
the others. Yes,
Yes.
I thank you, Hank. I love you, man. For those who learned of who identify as Christians, what if we are here to really glorify his choices? Because he had faith that what he was doing was for the greatest purpose. We would learn and know. And so, Hank, what if what we're experiencing is, well, it is just an experience of time. And so, what if the purpose of time is for our growth and development?
Yes, that makes sense because I actually don't comprehend how growth will work without time. It would just be a translation.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're all here to help each other grow. We were born into a world of darkness and corruption where lies and secrets were normal. If we follow the way of our, if we follow the truth like it's life and death, like it really, really matters what is true and what is not, we may stumble, but it won't be for long, because to focus on what is true, all we've got to do is realize I know what I know now. I know what, or I don't know what I don't know now. But all I have to do from now on is pay attention, be honest, do what is loving and kind in the best way that I can. And then it's really, that is the way.
Yes, but I hold a whole bunch of anti-realist positions. I analyze my own philosophy, and my catchphrase "truth is just a feeling." So if I follow that to its logical conclusion, most of what's going on here is impositions of will, one against another.
Yes. What I've observed and what I've accepted for myself, the only thing that keeps us divided from one another, from helping one another, is our thoughts and our beliefs.
Exactly.
I was on a panel earlier with London Man
Yes, I know him.
and a couple other people. There was a real interesting guy there who I'm trying to connect with. Why did I bring him up? Oh, he brought up a beautiful observation that, we were born into a world of competition and conflicts, and people have been conditioned to get along, work together until there's a disagreement. And then we've
Yes.
allowed disagreements to part our ways. But what he pointed out is if we get past the disagreements, we may not fit together perfectly in what we see, but he used the example of a chain link fence. The chain link, it's near enough to connect, and that's all we've got to do.
Yeah, but when we do that, what happens is that we build social superstructures such as corporations. We'll work together through well structured, ordered interfaces with each other. Then it's gonna be less personal. We can function together, but we won't be united. And I can see and the machine lies and stuff makes very good arguments against that, but that's what's functional, peaceful, and scalable. So this kind of hard to just pick. But when you have a good community behind you, then it's obviously beneficial to choose the community over the personal corporations. But when you don't, well, you only have one choice. So, well, you have two choices. Yep, you can choose going the impersonal corporations, or you can choose to just be in the wild by yourself, which is not usually a good choice for most people. It's usually a really bad choice. In fact, the people that do go in the wild actually have a whole lot of support back back in subjective corporate space, have a lot of wealth, and they have to prepare for a long time to even do it. So you can't just run off into a wild and expect to survive. There's a lot of people who got lucky, yeah, like happen to be in a crash, but it's not a strategy. It's not a winning game plan.
I agree with you, Hank. Now, I was allowed to discover and consider some different ideas, though. Um, the idea of community, that is the choice that we can all make. This actually kind of gets into some, well, some thoughts I didn't really work all the way through earlier. I was watching a lecture about, what was it? Oh, it was an observation on how mankind had evolved into the monotheistic ideas, um, particularly with the Abrahamic and the Judeo-Christian ideas, where those came from. The idea, the observation I had is, if you look back in history, the Romans and the Greeks, they had all the many gods, and it not just those cultures, but other cultures as well. They did have many gods at the time, and they were warring with each other. And then at some point, there was the monotheistic idea, though, has been around for I don't know how long.
Like 3,000 years or so, and there's a transition like the henotheism where you have one top god, then you have other gods that work for them. So there's like, so there is anthropological evolution.
I love that. There is an evolution and a development in the anthropology, in the way society, in the way that everything has formed. And that was one of my observations earlier, is there's so through history and even today, there are so many true and misunderstandings about what God is or could be. And it's really remarkable. One of the ideas I had earlier is, and I shared it in a comment, I think, I'm confident there's one supreme, absolute Godhead, that from which is the source of creation and everything else that may be known. There's one. And it's from that one from which all things have come. And I believe the one has created many, many layers and levels of creator beings, such as the angels, the demonic forms. There's all sorts of different experiences that have been recovered or recorded through history. One of the things
Yeah,
I've
I
written.
actually agree with that model. The one thing I disagree with a lot of Christians on is if that one is limited by logic. I do not think it is.
I'm sorry, the one is limited by logic or is not?
I do not think the one is limited by logic.
Agreed, my friend. It's from the one that logic may come forth.
Exactly.
And what we are is parts of the one. And all what unites us all is time. By our mere beingness of now, we're connected to all of the past. All of the future will arise. The only moment, well, all moments are in this moment. It's so miraculous and divine. It defies logic. Our creator, our God, defies logic. So what if that creator that's so divine and amazing, yet and could only be perceived or experienced, but could never truly, truly be known, what if that God gave mankind a gift, the gift of wisdom, along with the gift of life and the gift of senses? And what if we were, right? I usually, here actually, the freak, I this is a perfect segue actually, because many of my notes were written about the conceptual, about the spiritual in nature. But I also do kind of want to talk about the evidence from the world. And I've not brought up Donald Trump. I heard that he was found guilty on a number of things.
Yeah, all 34 counts. Um, I didn't look at the charges yet. I kind of didn't care about the trials because the whole elections are washed. It doesn't really matter to me.
Hey,
Another thing that oh God, pussy porn and slavery was watching, but I don't care. They're not influential. It doesn't make a difference. So so not really worried about it.
yeah, Hank, you and I shared the opinion. I didn't really pay attention. I did hear the 34. That number, it sounds
Yep.
right. Um, and here's the thing, it's all pageantry, right? They're pretending they're pretending and playing along with all of this nonsense of the world. And so he, by the standard ways, he's still got all these appeals, and that dude's got so much. Well, in paper, he's got money, but who knows? Donald Trump is living his life. He's facing his own karmic path, but I believe he's a very confused man. And
Yes, I strongly agree with that. Very confused.
that's why I'd like to talk to him. I bet I could help him feel better about what he's facing. And then together we could help the world with what is being faced. And what is being faced in the world today is the American government is continuing to fund genocide and oppression and manipulation. Every day there's just like all this, it's like a swarm of human beings. There's these worker ants that are obediently going along with the boss's orders, and there's real life war games being played out. I think we have a way, if we find our faith, and here again, brothers and sisters, let's start today. Oh, this was one of the ideas. I was inspired, and I forgot to mention. I was inspired by this, Talcott Express. Is Talcott for YouTube mayor? It's been showing up in my face, and so I thought, let me consider this. What is a YouTube mayor? What would the role of a YouTube mayor be? Well, what's the role of a mayor? The mayor is there to provide leadership and guidance, maybe help, administer order. I think we could sure use some more order around these YouTube streets. And that's why I want to invite everyone. Let's start bringing the light and the order of love together. And with that, it's almost like it's divinely timed. Welcome our next guest, Daddy of all daddies. Well,
Hello. I thought I was the artist here.
when you're available. Welcome, brother. It's good to see you back. It was already good to see you back. Thank you for joining. Glad to see you here. I'm really at this point in my life. I am so grateful. I am so sincerely grateful and excited for what the future might bring. Because, man,
YouTube always has a CEO, but we do need a mayor for like a subdivision of YouTube. So Neil Mohan is the current CEO of YouTube, but we need like a township, like a country that needs cities and towns to operate. We probably need a mayor for our local region.
well, thank you. You know what? That's what I forgot to point that out. A mayor is like us over a smaller community, and we've got a kind of a gathering of different communities. There's different communities here, but there is so much disorder. There is so much chaos. There's so much opportunity for growth. But here's how it happens. I mentioned earlier, right? God is the light through which we see. If we follow the path of truth and we are authentic about who we are and what we're doing, we can humble ourselves to the facts that we are children of God. We are here to bring the light and the love to this world. And so in the YouTube communities, I encourage every one of you, please, wherever you go, bring some encouragement, some positivity, realize you're part of a community. I mean, we are everyone gathered in this way. It may not be immediate, but we're all sharing time together. And it's easier to have fun when we can find things to agree with, when we can find things to accomplish. And I think every day is an opportunity to learn what we can agree with, learn what we can accomplish. Each day brings us new opportunities to learn, grow, and, well, try to change the world in which we live. It starts within. When we know who we are, and this gets back to the topic too, understanding you. When we know who we are, it's easier to know what to do. And who we all are within us, we are walking contradictions. We get to choose which becomes true. In our mind, we start out with, lots of ignorance, lots of unknown. And then throughout time, we pick up different things that we consciously and subconsciously know. So our mind is a limit. If we don't open it, the mind becomes a limit. The heart says yes, where the mind says no. And the idea is to unite the two, to get them figured out. What I found for me, if my heart is open, I used to guard it and protect it. And when I was honest about what I was doing, I was pushing people away. I was making it tough for others to love me because, well, I was self-sabotaging and I didn't even know it. When I finally came to my senses, when I finally started, I guess, waking up, my mind had to open because I was not about to allow myself to continue repeating dark thoughts. That was a choice I made. And so I'm committed to my choices. And by the grace of God, I'm a stubborn man. I'm not real easily convinced without facts or experience. Hey, Paul, I know. My numbers went way up the day you disappeared. I think people were tuning into me to look for you.
Well, we found you're hiding in Jack's house somehow, so we found you, peekaboo.
No, I was grateful to hear you back, and
Thank you for fighting
congratulations.
for our freedom, I guess.
Well, sharing the wisdom and standing on what we know, that's what we're here to do. And the spirits of the universe will bring us forth, will bring us to encounter the people that we're supposed to encounter. And everyone we encounter, well, there's a greater purpose. We get to choose what is true based upon the honesty, based upon what is facts. I think the facts show that we're here to help each other, improve, because the world we were born into is quite confused. I mean, I hope I don't need to remind people that Joe Biden is still apparently the man in charge of America. And then I haven't even heard the rumors of well, they'll continue the clown show and the pageantry of the election, and Trump will play the pageantry of the appeals process, and God will reveal what is going to happen.
Well, I hope they do balloon animals this year.
Which ones?
Probably
No,
Dory.
no,
The clowns
you
make some
hope.
stories.
Well, I think we have the opportunity by being alive today and having the awareness of the corruption in the world. I believe we have the opportunity through communication, through connections, through community. If we choose to get involved, we can. In our own lives or in the lives of others, we get to choose. We get to choose from the options we consider. And I am encouraging everyone to start considering how you can improve you. You won't, if you won't admit what you do not know, how will you know when to change directions? This is a question I was
Brandon
observing.
Looney Tune fans is backstage.
He popped in earlier, and well,
Main using.
welcome,
Hi
Brandon.
there.
Welcome, Brandon. How are you, my friend?
Yep. The big user I'm here for is Hank.
Why are
Okay,
you
but
here for
please,
me?
please recognize that Hank is here to support me. So if you're not here to support me and what I'm doing, this might not be the right time, Brandon.
Well, you can
He's a
do nothing
moderator.
at all.
He is a moderator, by the way.
I realize.
I figured that out. Yes.
I
Like
do. Do you want to have a
4
stream
months
with me,
ago.
Hank?
Yes.
I'm doing one in about an hour.
Yeah, I'm here for Hank too. I want to stream with Hank too and Brandon.
Yes. I want him to come to my panel. My panels are. Jen says my panels are the best.
Wonderful. You're welcome to share the link to your panel in the private chat here. If Hank or others wish to join, they'll be available.
So yeah, I told both of these gentlemen to deal with me.
Yeah.
So Brandon, I'll go there when I'm getting ready to, and Paul, you just need to vote the red and or purple carpet for me, and I don't think I have anything else. You just have to celebrate me. Otherwise, I won't bother.
You know, what will be the when you want to when you want to have a stream with me, Hank?
I don't
Yeah, I
know
say
yet.
like us three just talk amongst ourselves. Jack will hang out.
All right, let's go, Jack. What's next?
Well, hey, thank you. Hey, we've got another guest as well. Welcome.
Greetings.
How are you today, my friend?
I'm well. How are you, Jack?
Feeling blessed. I
Excellent.
truly am feeling blessed today. I'm
Jen
grateful.
X says, Brandon, get Paul on your show.
I'm sorry, what was that, Brandon?
He's talking about Paul.
Okay.
Is Paul even on this panel?
Yes, he is. It's the daddy of all daddies.
Do you have a favorite Looney Tune character, that Paul?
Yep.
What is it?
Proper instruction motivates people. He's actually restreaming this show right now.
Bugs
I'll
Bunny
give you a
for
link.
sure.
Oh yeah, we went over this.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
give
we
you
went
a
over
link
this.
to-
Favorite Looney Tune character? Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. Do any of you want to come to my show tonight?
Well, Brandon, here, I've already shared your link. Your invitation has been shared. Now,
Yeah. Your show's a lot better than Jack Talcott show. Tell you that.
it might be.
Yes.
What's the topic?
Mainly about classics, bringing back people's childhood,
Like Greek?
bringing back your childhood memories.
Oh, like classic cartoons and things?
Yes. And do you want to come to my channel, Hank?
I'd rather forget my childhood.
Do you want to have a
Here, whoops. There's a different name here than this, but I'm going to take a chance. Welcome somewhere in time.
Hi, it's me, Jack. Hi, everybody on panel.
Bless
Hello.
you.
Here to support you, Jack. Blessings,
Thank-
yes. I'm here.
Thank you.
does your panel go X-rated?
Well, it came. Who are you asking? me?
It's YouTube, so we can't really go X-rated here. We can go.
Yeah. Does your
we can
channel go
we
X-rated?
can't go X-rated.
No, but
And also, topless women's not X-rated. It's NC-17.
When do you want to have a stream with me, Hank?
hey,
I
Brandon.
answered that question.
Yes, Brandon. Your question has been answered. Your stream is scheduled, so perhaps when you do your stream, you might discover what the future reveals. Right?
I'll probably stay here until I go live.
All right. Well, great. Maybe we can welcome Simon.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Simon.
Greetings.
Yes.
When it
Jack,
gets closer,
Jack. I wanted
Well,
to
yeah.
ask you one thing, man.
One
You have
thing,
a-
Jack.
You have a really nice fireplace behind you. Do you live in a big house and you use that to heat up your house, or
It's mostly for show.
all right, man. It's really nice.
Thank you. I've been blessed, and yes, this house is.
And when it gets about closer, I might even say the panel link.
Hey, Brandon, please
Yes?
don't interrupt. Okay, thank you. Yes, I've been blessed, and when I was able to move into this house, dude, this was a sign of my success because I came from from the trailer parks, man. I crawled out of poverty. I was fucking proud of what I did, and I played along with the game too. I started with a 30-year mortgage game, and then I dropped it down to a 15 and was working to pay it off. And then life happens. And by the grace of God, I'm still here. And this is just a start. Today is just a start of the rest of our lives. What we do today, well, it matters. That's what I've been learning. Brothers and sisters, if you can take away anything, any idea, well, there's many I want you to take away with, but believe in love. Find a way within yourself to love the truth. And I shared this tip elsewhere today. The goal is in your mind and in your heart, consider this for yourself, but I believe you'll come to the same conclusion. Our God is known through the goodness. That's how love is known. Our God is true. So if our God can be known through the goodness and we are children of God, then what are we here to do? To reunite ourselves with the goodness. So we're like, if you look at your day as like a treasure hunt and you're a child here on earth in the kingdom of God, free to do and believe whatever you want, well, if you realize all you're here to do is discover all the good that you can, figure out what is good to you. But that requires being honest. Because sometimes what appears good in the moment is not always.
What if you meet a bunch of assholes throughout the day?
Well, then we need to reflect on the choices that brought us there. Why do we feel it's good for ourselves to be surrounded by negativity for the day? What is it we're trying to gain or influence? Because what you're asking is a true question. It really is. And it's real easy in this life for us to lose sight of what we could be or should be doing. So this was one of my inspirations earlier too, is if we're going to function in our role, particularly those who claim to be following Jesus, we're here to function as the light of the world, shining the truth, shining love, shining goodness wherever we go. So as we go through our lives, we are going to stumble. We do have blind spots, and that's where it's real helpful to have support and connections. You got to have honest people with you, though. If you're not honest, you'll surround yourself with a bunch of liars. I'm speaking from firsthand experience. But we were born into a world of liars, and so that's why we've got billionaires and oppressive governments and prisons for profit. That's why we live in a world of deception. It's up.
Can we hear about the lease, Jack? Like you said, you got another year lease, and like what's the terms of that? How does that work? You open to talking about that?
Jack, I'll actually chime in with that. I think majority of the group and people around that follow you and tune in, and you're tapping out over 1,000 maybe on a views on your day. They're deeply concerned. They do know about some LLC that might be fighting you. That's what I heard, what we would call grapevine. So maybe you can explain that and clear it up.
I appreciate that. And thank you for the care. There was, as I've said, there was more to the details when the lease expired. There was money on the table from the contract signed a year before, and I knew that. So I stayed here rather than communicate. They wanted to play this stupid game of going to court and getting the orders, but I played along. So where it came down, through the lady who's working as a nonprofit attorney, she presented the offer. I asked him, why don't we just renew the lease for another year? Because I have actually documents from a year ago where the original agreement was for 2 years. So I knew my offer was very reasonable. Now, they countered. They were already charging over, the rent was $1,000 over the mortgage for the last year. They wanted to jack the rent up another $1,000 on me. And I was like,
Wow.
this is fucking ridiculous. But my attorney, by her suggestion, counter offered with only a $500 a month increase. So the lease.
So what are you paying a month now to stay in this house?
$3,000 a month. It's fucking ridiculous.
$3,000.
Yep. It's just digits in accounting, but it buys.
Right,
Right, but aren't you going to pay that from your savings?
No, it's from the money these asshats withheld and actually owe me. So all we're doing is, it's just accounting. It's just numbers. That's what this whole fucking banking system is. It's a manipulation shell game of numbers, keeping people confused. What is true is, by contract, I have another year of shelter that is prepaid by me.
Yeah, but why does that make sense to you to give them another 40 grand on top of whatever you're putting into this money pit when inevitably, eventually, you're going to have to leave?
I'm not putting money into this.
Instead of them cutting you a $40,000 check and going to get a piece of land and starting to put something on it along whatever you gave them last year, where does it end is what I'm asking.
Right, Paul. See, what you've not yet considered is upward mobility. You're so focused on failure, dude. You're not seeing the potential in me. And it blows my mind that you haven't seen it yet. God is with me, dude. God is so with us all right here and now.
And to be honest, Paul has the same habit with literally everyone he meets. Literally everyone he meets. He sees no potential in anyone unless they're just servants of him.
It's not that I don't see potential. I don't see how on the ground, pragmatically, day to day, what is being done makes sense long term. I'm not saying God does not have something maybe in store for all of us we may not be aware of or looking at day to day, but what we are aware of and looking at day to day is what we're actively doing and creating. So it's kind of like a randomness component, a deterministic component. It's kind of like personal accountability, responsibility, and surrender and faith. It's kind of like this and that, as far as I see it. Again, I'm just asking questions. Maybe you guys know a way to live that is so much more prosperous and sensible and leads to better results.
I do.
You know, I'm open to you.
I want to live just the way you live.
Again, I'm asking a question: why someone would continue to put all this money in a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house when they're the only one living there, when they could be up the fake yawn? Okay, that's where we end it right there. The narcissistic fake yawn. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yes.
Jack,
Thank you.
Jack,
for
may I
reading
ask
my
a question?
sign of boredom.
Yeah, I'll just fall back now because God's got all the answers, and we're going to find out, I guess. Another year we'll do this, and we'll find out where it goes.
Paul, when
Jack,
you keep looping on
may I
what
ask
you
a
don't
question?
know, you never learn. Please, just a moment. I want to point out to Paul,
No worries.
he's looping what his
No worries.
confusion is, and he's not learning or listening. So, sorry. Thank you. Please go ahead. Somewhere in time.
I was just going to ask a basic. Is there an end to it? Will you own the home at some point? Or is it just a back and forth struggle with some corporate bank, LLC? Like, what are you looking at in your time frame?
Is anyone else on this panel by chance renting rather than directly purchasing or owning? Am I alone in paying some other asshat like me
I am.
money?
I'm with you.
You're renting? Okay. I signed a
No,
rental
I
agreement.
own. I own.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Sorry.
All
Sorry.
right.
Wrong lane. Sorry.
Okay.
The point is, Jack, is that you have equity and interest in a property that you're essentially allowing to go back into renting the same property you accrued equity and interest in.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that happened?
Because you wouldn't make a decision at a certain point that if you couldn't keep the house afloat to take the equity and interest and downsize and put it back into something that would secure your future?
No, that's not accurate. Do you
Okay,
wanna
so you
keep
didn't go through
guessing?
about
You wanna keep-
$150,000 worth of equity and interest
Hello.
renting a
Hello.
house that you were supposed to own?
Hello. Do you want to keep guessing and arguing?
I'm asking.
No, you're not. You're interrogating. Welcome.
Isn't that
folks.
asking? Isn't interrogation
No.
the same thing as asking?
No.
It's not. What's the difference?
The difference is you're placing yourself above me as though you have some jurisdiction over me and the truth, and you're not remembering where you are or what is real. You're a very confused
okay.
man, Paul. What Hank
Okay.
pointed out to you is true. You've got patterns, dude. I'm encouraging you to look at yourself and the patterns that you show.
Well, my pattern is not developing a bunch of equity and interest and then giving it back in order to.
I don't give a shit what you think your pattern is not, Paul. What you were encouraged to do just there from a man who loves and loves you. You were just encouraged to review your own patterns of constantly trying to criticize others. It's time for you to grow up, Paulie boy.
Flow State is here. He came to my channel a few weeks ago.
Welcome,
What
Flow
up?
State. How you doing, man?
I heard you calling for renters, and I clicked a button. So,
Speaking of renting, I rented your shirt for about 3 days. I had to send in a picture because the logo's all the way over to the right, and they're going to replace it. So right on, but my cap hasn't returned. What's up, Flo?
well,
Flow
that's
State,
good.
Flow State had a stream with me with a Falco like one avatar.
They were actually really awesome. Whoever you're working with.
Right on. It's Teespring. I appreciate the support.
But yeah, I see my own loops. Unfortunately, I'm in NIFI loop right now. I mean, I'm just kind of tired of dealing with people. I can see other people's loops, but I have no control over them, and it's very annoying. Plus, went through all the platitude recommendations, finding a piece. It's not in. I've searched around for it's not in there. There's no inner peace inside me. So the best I can do is try to find some homeostasis with my environment, and it eventually will implode, and then I had to start over again, and whatever.
Hey, let me jump in there, please, because finding comfort in your environment, number one, starts with your inner state of being, because you are always being with you. How are you when you're alone? Do you feel needy or do you feel complete? These are the questions I started looking at within myself. And I didn't like feeling empty. and I didn't like feeling guilty, and I didn't like feeling all sorts of things. So then I realized, and I was taught, holy shit, Jack, you have the power to direct your mind. You can detach from thoughts and beliefs if you can see that they're not good for you. We all have these abilities. The world taught us to normalize confusion. The world taught us to hold ourselves back. We're not here to serve the world. And yet, if we're authentic about who we are, that's exactly what our heart will lead us to do, is to serve the world we live in.
Yeah, I don't know what complete feels like, and I think many other people who I try to ask what complete feels like is actually in a worse state than I am, but they're more compatible with the society at large. So there's an appearance that they know what they're doing. There's an appearance, it's just happenstance where things look like they work out just because of just how the dice rolled. So
Appearances are not always as they seem. And here's something I was realizing too. The worldly ways and the material focus has us jumping to conclusions based on appearances. We don't have the ability to truly know what's in someone's heart. We don't truly know what someone's intentions are until we ask questions or they show enough to discern. Based on that, right? I don't see the people who I have met online, including Mr. Paul, sitting back in the back. I don't believe there are bad intentions, but I don't believe the hearts are pure.
How do you not believe in bad intentions? Oh, or you don't believe he has bad intentions?
Correct. Or you,
What
or
about Margo?
I believe even Margo has good intentions, but she claims to know things that she does not, and she refused to accept things that she knows are true. So denial is a son of a bitch.
That's you.
Well,
Son of a bitch.
it was me. I admit my denial. I admit my past failures. I admit to everything I am because I'm authentic. I'd rather be true than anything. And I'd rather be accurate than right. I see
What's the difference between accurate and right exactly?
I see so many people to fight to be right. And they're actually not accurate.
That is so confusing. Accurate and right are pretty much the same.
Well, not necessarily, because what is
Kind of
accurate,
agree.
what is right might appear right in the moment. Okay, I was reflecting earlier. Here's some of my sins.
Yeah, but just because you were reflecting doesn't make it true.
Hey, I'm trying to. Would you shut up, or you're going to leave, Moose? You've got to pass patterns of interruption.
What's the point of anyone even coming here when it all has to be about your delusion and denial?
that's you.
Yep. Thank you, Hank. That was perfect. Perfect. Reflecting on my past in the union dispute, the labor dispute I went through, I yelled at my president. And when I yelled at her, it felt righteous because I knew enough about her to know some of what she has been lying about. And so in my heart, I felt that what I was offering her was righteous. And then in reflection, I realized I gave in to temptation. I could have offered myself salvation by not leaning into my righteous anger at a friend. It was about one of those times she stopped talking to me, and it's kind of hard to represent someone you don't
Excuse
speak
me,
with.
Jack.
Mhm.
How long ago?
2019 might have been the last year. I might have spoke to her at the beginning of 2020. She lives like less than a mile away from me. I drive by her house all the time. I mean, it's on my path to the grocery store.
Did you ever have sexual relations with that woman?
No.
Miss
Do you ever just
Lewinsky?
park down the street from her house and wait?
Flow state. We did a
It's
stream
getting tricky up in here. Tricky.
Okay, I want to know what I'm in. This is Margo. I want to know what I'm in denial about, or what you think that I say that I know that I don't know.
Margo, you claim that you can read people's minds over the internet, and you
I
don't
did
even know
not,
this
Hank.
password.
Hank, I'm talking to Jack. I don't need you.
Yeah, Hank.
Is that true? Can you
But
read
Jack
minds
was
over
drinking
the
some
internet?
water at the moment.
Well, honest men don't need other people to come up and support them. Jack said in the last couple minutes that I'm in denial and that I think I know things that I don't. So if he is an honest man, he'll let me know what he's talking about.
Well, I guess you're dishonest too, because you have officers not supporting you in the chat. So
Did Hank not
it's a
hear
wash.
me say that I don't need him right now?
It's a wash right now. There's no honest people on the panel because everyone has other people to support them.
Hank,
Nobody's supporting me.
I'll
That's 'cause you're a
support you
virgin.
anytime. Jack,
I'll support you too.
what
Fuck.
do you think I don't
Oh.
know that I claim to know?
Margo,
What?
you don't know many facts about
What
me.
fact? Give me one.
What?
Give
What
me a
is
fact,
that?
Jack.
Well, Margo, what are you doing? Look at
That's
here.
not a fact. That's a question, Jack.
I know, Margo. I know you feel that you need to defend yourself, and you
I don't
want
need to
be-
defend myself. I'm
Well, what is-
asking you to defend your honesty. You claim that I am in denial and that I say I know things I don't. Give me some examples.
Well,
Jack believes you're in your confusion, Margo.
that's unhelpful.
Flow state.
Yes,
We did do a stream a few weeks ago.
we did.
When do you want to come back?
What did
Let's
I tell
go,
you?
Jack. Give me some honesty here.
Jack, it
Yeah,
would be easier to just retract the statement and call it a day.
I
No.
might put the panel link in the back chat soon.
Well, here, Margo, based on the number of years where you and I have had disagreements, and
That's
you've
not
been
that's not an example, Jack. I want an example.
He didn't even let
Margo.
him finish.
right,
Yes.
your behavior is the example.
Can you elaborate, please?
I have been, well, this is why, let me step up for Hank as well, Margo. I allowed, and I actually appreciated
Now
what-
you're deflecting.
No, Margo,
Didn't let him
you're
finish his
interrupting.
thought.
Yes, Margo. So I appreciated what Hank was offering because I think Hank is well aware that I have attempted to communicate with you for a long time and you don't seem to listen or care about what I have to say. So
I'm
what
listening
Hank
right
offered,
now, and believe
Margo,
me, I care.
well, Margo, well, see, this is where it started at. I believe you have good intentions, Margo.
But Jack, all you got to do is answer the question, and then you guys will have a step towards bridge.
The question's not coherent. Freaking
Wait a minute. I just went sideways. Say that again. I want to hear and laugh.
It's just that Moose was speaking, and then the floor dropped out from under him, and He's hanging.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Moose is another well-intentioned yet very confused man who doesn't pay attention to his own behavior. I've asked him, I've warned him in the past, I've asked him, and he's been in denial with me as well. Oh, Margo, here's a very clear answer. You have been denying my friendship. You've made it impossible.
I've been denying your friendship.
Yep. You've made it impossible.
Well, I don't trust you, and I trust my friends, Jack.
And what have you done to allow yourself to trust me?
Interesting phrasing of the question.
That is interesting. What have I done to allow myself to trust you? Well, currently I am making sure that you are not taking advantage of any vulnerable elderly people in your neighborhood.
Fascinating.
Why, Jack? When
Well-
you all of a sudden, after going to court Tuesday after Tuesday after Tuesday, and then all of a sudden the case is closed and you don't disclose how the case was closed.
Margo?
Oh, okay. I can
just-
summarize this.
You know, you
Margo,
you were
hold on,
you were
hold on.
keeping
Wait,
secrets, Jack.
Hold on. Is
keeping
anyone
secrets.
seeing this? But I know Hank is. Is anyone but me and Hank seeing what Margo's doing?
What am I doing, Jack?
You're
Tell us all.
You're presenting the prosecution against me, me and my character with
No,
the
I'm not prosecuting you.
accusation.
I'm telling you what I set out to do.
Margo, I'm describing your behavior from my experience and my perception. Allow my words to be accurate and true for just a moment until you understand. You can have all the disagreements you want once you understand. So what I was trying to point out, Margo, is you were accusing me of failing to disclose what I had already explained. Just because you didn't see it or hear it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Are you following along, Margo? I disclosed why that suit has been closed, Margo. Yes. So maybe you can come accountable for your words and choices.
Yeah, let me rephrase this. Margo wants to kick Jack out of town, and she thinks it's helping Jack somehow.
She has been.
And
I hate it when mom and dad fight.
Sorry, Flo.
I'm too stupid to comprehend how that helps.
Thank you.
Margo, could you explain how that helps Jack?
Well, can
before we hop back in the caddy here, can we just see where the crossroads are?
Who muted me?
Nobody muted you, Margo.
Oh, someone muted me, Jack.
I don't have the power to mute
yourself.
That's probably it.
Somewhere in time, I believe, was trying to get in here.
Well, you asked me a question. You asked me a question.
Okay. I actually tried pointing you to your behavior, but okay, please answer the question.
Will you repeat the question, please?
I'll ask my question again.
Okay.
How does kicking Jack out of town help Jack, Margo?
I never have said that Jack needs to be kicked out of town.
Just the neighborhood and the house, right?
I've never said you should be kicked out of the house or the neighborhood.
You think that is accurate, Margo?
I know it's accurate.
Okay.
Get Tarek up here. He tapes everything. He can confirm that I've never said that.
No, Margo, I'm talking about in Messenger and things you've said.
Jack, believe it or not, I don't need to eliminate people that I am concerned with their behavior. I just make sure that they're in check.
Margo, let's not focus on what you think you're not. Let's focus on what you are. Okay? So you were accused, back to where I was with you. You were accusing me of failing to disclose why the case against me was closed. Now, I pointed out to you that you may not have already known. So can you apologize or hold yourself to any accountability for your accusation against me?
No.
You're in denial. And now I deny
Where did Flow State go? Where did Flow State go?
He's right here still.
There you are, Flow State.
Wonder what her justification for that would have
Does your
been.
panel go X-rated, Flow State?
Huh?
YouTube.
Does your panel go X-rated?
This isn't my panel right now.
It's not his panel, and this
Does
is
Jack's
YouTube.
panel go X-rated?
Well,
This is YouTube.
Brandon,
Nothing here is X-rated.
right. Nothing on YouTube is X-rated. So, Brandon, I'm wondering if this may not be the best stream for you.
Why about putting the panel link for my stream?
Okay, if you put it in the private chat, I'll forward it to the public chat.
Hank, you got a wrench here too? You got, man, this dude is wrenched everywhere.
Who, me?
I just put the panel link.
I'm not wrenched at Flow State.
About 16 minutes.
I think the young man would like his link dropped in the chat, and he's just asking nicely. He's trying to have a panel. I don't know his situation, and I'm not sure which one he is on the square.
Yes,
but
Brandon,
he seems very gentle.
Bottom one.
Okay, thank you. Looney Tooney. Yeah, I see him. Thank you.
Brandon, how big is your channel now?
33,039 subs now. From Restream.
You just broke 3,000, didn't you? Didn't you just pass 3,000?
Yes.
Congratulations. Me too.
Hey, Flow State.
Yes, sir.
Hello, man.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. Could you tell me a bit about the paintings in your back?
Oh yeah. It's the Big Lebowski characters. I've got 2 more of them. I got a series of 5 of them, painted by an artist named Ocean Clark. Where is it? I got it like 8-ish years ago. I bought a bunch of his paintings, not just the Lebowski series, but I've got a Pulp Fiction one right there. I've got a Bane one and a Joker one. I've got one with Jellyfish. I made some deals with him back when I had more money than I do now.
Nice. Those look really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I like them. They're acrylic on canvas and gallery wrapped.
Hey, for this time together, sincerely, this is our lifetime. This is it. The one we're going to get to know, at least in this timeline and in the forms that we are. And every day is an opportunity to do something more than we have in the past, more than we've discovered. But if we're not looking for more, well, we're kind of missing out. And this is where the more that I encourage everyone to turn, discover more of you and more of the goodness. I'm telling you, life is a create your own adventure. That's what we're all here to do. And there are rules set out for us. Nature works for us. The rules in the universe are creation. They're aligned for things to work.
Absolutely, Jack.
And for things to work together, they must be good. I mean, there is a goodness out of things working together. And if you grow that goodness into the way the universe works, I mean, holy cows, man. I was just admiring. I took a couple of seeds and just threw them in the dirt. And now there's like these beautiful plants springing forth. There's something magical about life. It's really easy to lose sight of it, though.
Hold it for a second. Professor Snaps in the chat says nothing I says mattered because I made a medical decision. I agree with you. Let's see why. What I do is what matters. So you're gonna be in timeout for 5 minutes right now, bud. I do matter. My state doesn't matter.
I love it.
Hank, high five.
Oh yeah, where is it?
There.
This way. Yeah. Pow! I got you.
I had to mow my lawn twice this week. That's how fast
Man, me
stuff's
too.
growing.
Are you in the Midwest?
Yeah, I'm right next door to you. Right next door.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You
just down southwest. Yeah.
Yep. I remember now.
Hey, that was one of my thoughts earlier about the essence of nature, how things grow, and the essence of life and creation as we know it. It's all creation and recreation. And if you bring in the mythological ideas, the spiritual ideas of God, the light, and the opposer, the manipulator, God creates. Evil cannot create. It can only distort. It can manipulate. It can hide, but it doesn't create. We are here to each day decide, what am I? Am I a creator or a destroyer, a manipulator, a pretender? In every act of creation, there is a destruction. I mean, everything that we do, it's taking one thing and turning it into another. Consider a meal. You're taking the pure essence. Simon.
How do we know that something is evil?
The absence of its goodness.
There's a riddle of an answer.
And
I'm not sure what it means, but it sounds profound.
It is true. Because the concept in my head for that is that the creator creates goodness. Goodness, what we are, life is an expression of love. Love is good. What we know as evil is the absence of goodness. And just like the dark is just the absence of the light. But if you go into the mind's realm where the light is the light of awareness, and the light of awareness, it gets empowered with wisdom and knowing. Our creator is that which reveals the light, but I believe there are treasures hidden in the darkness, right? That's why I believe the evolution of mankind has been the way it has.
Absolutely.
Those who have been corrupted in the past, they knew the reality of life. They knew that they were here to succeed and grow. They just, well, they got tempted into the darkness.
Like Hank did?
I'm still being tempted into the darkness.
Hank.
Hank.
This idea though, because there's words in the scripture about the God creates the good and the evil. the rain and the forces of nature, they fall upon, the rain falls upon the good and evil. The forces of nature work for the good and evil. We're here in this, create your own character in this experience of life. You know, we're only limited by earth and whatever we can discover. But what if in like in the bigger picture of the stories of mankind, even if you just take the Bible stuff, what if it was, right? The Creator had faith that man was worth it. Mankind, we were worth it. That even despite the darkness, despite the fallen angels and the influence of war and corruption, manipulation, you know, what if we are here to redeem and to prove that God's faith in us is worth it? I truly believe we are here to be the light, to be the light of love, the light of wisdom, to create a better world for ourselves and the world we live in. The world we live in is the people who experience us.
It's precious.
It is precious, and it's easy to lose sight of what's good when our news and our media is constantly reminding us of all the bad in the world. There's no denying the bad, but there's also no denying the good. And that's where bitterness comes from, when we deny ourselves from knowing the good. Honestly, that's what I've been trying to get Margo to see.
Well, we see that.
Did you boot her? Where is she?
They just want to accomplish their agenda. And you know what? Once people get in that mode, all I feel like doing is frustrating it. Because first they pretend they want to help you, and turns out they were just using you to help themselves. Then they want to destroy you because you figure out the deal, and they weren't honest about it. And it's just this dumb loop.
The loops repeat.
Oh, Hank.
Until we learn how to overcome it.
Hank, panel link is in the back chat.
I already relayed it to the public.
Yep,
I'll relay it again.
Thank you, Hank. You'd asked about Margo. Margo is in the back, and I believe maybe patiently waiting. So if you're still there, welcome back, Margo.
I'm still here.
Thank you.
Hey, babe.
Hey,
Hi, honey.
Don't do me like that, Brandon.
And Hank just put the panel link for him to come on.
Shit just got weirder than Jack and Paul's twin flame ship.
Well, I have something to print real quick, so let me.
Okay. I am not sure what is going on.
We know.
You guys all seem crabby.
No, I am truly at peace. In this moment, I am me. I'm authentic and calm.
I'm very much at peace. All the time.
What
you seem like it so far.
Yeah.
I'm also very much at peace most of the time. Except for when Denizen's on my panel.
You know what's all Dennison's on this panel, you're still at peace. I guess
I know, because I don't have to. He's not arguing a ridiculous point, and I don't have to manage him if he does.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My points are never ridiculous.
Hi, somewhere in time.
Well, Margo, here, I pointed out, I'm not sure where we're at, what to do.
I apologize. Can I ask something real quick, Jack? I apologize. Did I get booted or did I lose connection?
I think you lost connection. I wasn't sure where
It's
you
on
went.
me. Okay. Hi, Margo. Sorry.
Why'd you
sorry.
call her a
Sorry.
bitch after she was gone?
That was me.
The panel link is in the back. Panel link is right there.
It's in the private chat. The public chat too, Brandon. I forwarded it.
Yep.
Okay, I have to ask you people one question.
Yes, we have the link.
Would you recommend to European people or outsiders right now to come visit America at this moment?
Sure, if you got the money, absolutely.
If you want to visit America, it's probably going to be better now than in the future.
Right.
Really?
If
Yeah.
you want to, if you want to see America, do it while you can.
I mean, I would
It's
do it
not a-
like right now.
yeah.
Right now. Okay.
It's only
Yeah,
gonna get
the
worse
next
from
election.
here.
And
I put the panel. The panel link is already.
Yeah,
You know what we need though is that panel link to Brandon's.
You're right.
You know,
Yes,
yeah.
I want,
Let me
Hank, to,
post
I
it
want
again.
Hank to come as well.
Yeah, I heard. I'll post it again just in case no one saw it the third time.
I see the link, but the question is Hank gonna be there?
Well, I need to set a limit Tommy straight so I can't stay
There
too long.
none of us can be at peace until we know where Hank's going to be.
Nice.
Jack,
Yeah,
make
but,
Hank be peaceful and tell us.
Yeah, I'll go there for no more. I can guarantee 3 minutes over there. I'll guarantee 3 minutes.
I trust Hank will follow his spirit. He'll follow what feels right and true for him.
His spirit, that's Legion. You're talking about Legion.
No, trust Hank. Hank is led by love. He's a man who I believe is genuine about his care. He'll know when.
Yeah, you can see it in his pants when he gets really in love.
Praise God.
Yeah, praise God.
We are beasts at our core. But I do. Hey, the question, should you travel? Should you go somewhere? My advice for everyone, ask the heart. The mind will create limitations. The mind will create excuses. It'll find all sorts of problems, and it'll spend a lot. The mind will trick us into spending so much time planning.
Not mine.
Not yours?
Hey,
no.
Okay, Jack, I'm going to tell you something. When I grew up, I really wanted to visit America. But now when I turn between like 10 and 18 and when I'm now 24, I don't really feel like it. I want to visit America. But damn, deep down, I honestly want to because I have so much memories and from internet only memories. But I feel like I have a personal drag to America. I want to visit America sometime. If you understand what I mean, somehow.
You watch movies, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I watch movies, yeah. But I live in Finland. Honestly, my country is pretty Americanized.
Is that where the fjord is? Do you have a fjord?
No, it's Norway.
Ah, shit.
Norway has the fjords.
Finland's the one with the housing program.
I really like that word.
Fjord.
Yes.
Like the lakes.
I kind of knew that you didn't have a fjord, but I wanted to ask you anyway so I could say it.
But the fjords, in my understanding, fjords are lakes, but in Norway. No.
I just think it's a fun word because it's a
it's a fun word.
There's a volcano in Hawaii called Haleakala. Jack, say it.
Haleakala. That sounds
Jack,
like
say
Finnish.
Jack.
Yeah.
How did you do that? And you still have that like pissy Jack forehead brow going on?
I don't know.
It's because Margo's here, isn't it?
There's someone here, and I can't remember if I've seen them before or not. Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Is that Neuro Jack Flash?
No, it's looking with 2 Q's.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Well, I'm not sure who they are. If they've got something to share, we will learn. I mean, you never do know what's going to happen in life or on these YouTube streets.
It's like a box of chocolates.
It can be. It can be
but
quite a challenge.
Nothing too exciting can happen here.
Well,
or can it?
I've been surprised. I've had the unexpected happen with me, and not sure how to deal with some of the new things that I've been facing.
Has a lady ever flashed her tits?
Oh, there's my panel.
That has nothing to do with YouTube.
Did you see Lindsay and Barbie fight?
Who the fuck
Did
said
either-
something about tits?
Were they in a mud bath and was
No,
there any
not
cleavage?
yet. Not yet. We're working on the KY Jelly wrestling match.
We all have these moments where the emotions come out, and where
I'm honestly more surprised to not see tits on YouTube than seeing tits on YouTube.
I wish there was more too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yet it's a good.
I mean, if I was 14, yeah, sure.
But I mean, my inbox is always open to anybody watching.
Bro, I'm 4T and I want to see more tits on YouTube.
I'm right behind you.
Let me talk. What? You're
We're in
14
luck.
and you
Asking you
see
shall
tits
receive.
on YouTube? That's just really dumb.
What?
You're 14? You're 14?
No, he's not 14.
We're
No,
all
I'm
14.
24. You don't understand the context here.
Excuse me, Jack.
Wait,
Jack,
is it dumb for 14-year-olds want to see tits on YouTube?
Jack, why are you showing me 14-year-old boobies?
Jack.
I'm pretty sure that's not dumb either.
No, let Noelle say her point.
Please.
I don't think she can get it out. She just keeps saying Jack.
Jack, I need.
Oh God, Jack. Say, oh God, Jack.
Say your point, Noelle.
Wait, excuse me, who is this?
Where did Somewhere in Time go?
Please speak, Noelle.
Who is this lady? Who is these two ladies in here? Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm one of the
Sorry, I
ladies.
don't wanna be
My
rude.
name's Denizen.
Hi, Noelle. I'm
Okay,
Margo.
Hi. And what are we talking about? 14.
Are you 14?
I believe he was
I'm
comparing.
not. I'm not 14. What? Wait. How? Wait.
Hey, Noelle.
How old are you?
I believe he was comparing the state
Holy
of
shit!
mind.
Long time no see this guy.
Will you show us your tits?
Please.
No.
All
If-
14-year-olds are in penis gold.
Hey, ridiculous. I don't have 14-year-olds here, so we can act
you
like
are, Flo.
adults and have adult conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
have
Yes,
fun,
we
but
do.
come on.
Did you just call me immature in a roundabout way?
Is there like a VOD video on demand that this woman can listen what I said like back a few minutes, so she doesn't have like a misunderstanding about the whole situation?
Oh yes, absolutely. So in YouTube, you could always scroll back a couple minutes, and
Yeah,
after
so
the show's
Noelle
done,
can go
you
listen
watch
back
the
a few
whole thing.
minutes instead of shouting here.
That's fair.
Didn't you say when you
That
were
is fair
14 you
feedback.
wanted to travel or something?
I wanted to travel.
Do you?
Margo, Margo,
Okay, if I want to
Margo,
travel when I was
Yes,
14,
Noelle.
what's the problem?
Margo,
Yes.
Margo.
Yes.
Okay,
I
who's
have a
drinking on the
question for
panel?
I'm
I'm
drinking.
sorry. Someone
I have
interrupted.
a
What was that,
question.
Noelle? What?
I have a question for you. What are we talking about in here? I'm confused.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, so shut
Well,
the fuck up, Noel.
well, Jack said I was in denial and I claim to know things I don't know. And so I asked him if he could give me some examples. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm waiting for an answer.
I've offered answers and you've denied all of them. You've refused to accept what I've offered you. It's up to you, Margo. Only you can admit when you're wrong.
What am I wrong about?
Hi, Hank.
With me, you choose.
Charlie Chaplin. I haven't seen this man in a long time. It's nice to see this man again.
Hey, Simon.
Slow state. Are you gonna be on live tonight?
Yes, I'm going live in about an hour.
Thank God.
Can I join with you?
When I open the panel, sure.
Okay.
Oh, Noelle, I'll see you
Making
there
sure.
too. That'll be fun.
Yes, Margo.
Jack, I use discernment with my friendships. I think most people do.
Congratulations. Have a good day, Margo. Feel free to reunite at Flo's. And Simon, Noelle, I'd prefer if we didn't keep interrupting. And while someone said no one knows what the topic is, I actually do have still some notes. I mean, I'm still filled with inspiration and faith to share for those. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Where's Margo? Why would you kick her?
Because she was
Yeah, you're
interrupting.
crying.
She was
Why are you
inter-
crying?
Simon, have some empathy or fake it.
Empathy about what?
Or fake it.
Fake it, yeah.
Come on, dude.
Actually, Simon, what I'm encouraging people to do is to grow in self-awareness. Self-awareness includes situational awareness, realizing your relationship to the situation. So as we gather together in this time, we can at least respect the time together. This is really all I believe God is asking of us. How about we respect our time while we live temporarily here on earth? Because I know if we stop arguing and actually try to find ways to get along.
Jack.
Hi, Noelle.
Can I say something?
Hi.
If you're gonna use situational awareness as an argument, then it's gonna only matter who the person that is gonna start argumenting.
You've been creating interruptions. Do you deny that? You've been offering interruptions.
No.
You've not been offering interruptions?
No,
in the chat, please.
I have been interrupting.
Yes.
I have been interrupting.
Yes. Do you believe that's been helpful for what I'm trying to?
Chat.
Noelle.
No, but I'm trying to understand that Noelle said something weird about some age
I
stuff.
realize that. Yep. Let's not deny your part. You're the one who took us into the conversation of wanting more boobs on YouTube, which I don't actually find enjoyable or helpful for me and my purpose.
Okay. I'm gonna say right now,
like,
I don't want more boobs on YouTube.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
Your
Blow dust.
disagreement here is irrelevant. Simon, what in the hell?
What?
Well, it was that time. It wasn't you. It was the change in image. But Simon,
Okay, excuse me.
I think I'm going to continue the stream without you today. And Noelle,
Thanks.
I think you as well. Okay. you're welcome to join again, and maybe in different energies, or at a different time, we'll have different energies together. And Margo, you've been unwilling to appreciate anything I've offered, including my repeated forgiveness and my repeated patience with you. See, what I've realized, we're all in this life together, and my life is similar to yours. We've got differences, but there's a lot of similarities. And what I've learned for myself, peace. Peace is why we're here. And we know peace, we know anything only in the present. So the purpose is to enjoy the present. The present day is a gift.
What would make us enjoy the present more?
I think if we got along with each other.
Boobs?
Definitely boobs.
I miss boobs, I'm not gonna lie. But those aren't the answer.
I don't know, Jack. It brightens my day every time I see him. I'm kind of like you. I try to be chill and appreciative. I don't really get too down on shit, but if I'm having a bad day and I see some boobs, man, it's like sunshine hitting your face.
I'm gonna look at boobs right now.
He's a free man. He's a free American.
God is amazing in its creation, and we are the creation. Women are amazing.
Praise God on that one, brother.
Praise God. So I asked Professor Snaps to email me his support for his accusations against Jack, and he didn't email me. He knows my email address. I gave it to him like 25 times already. He didn't email me anything yet. So hot off the presses now. This is what you get for stringing us along, stringing the mock team along. Because if we had something, we would investigate ourselves. But thanks for stringing us along again. So this is hot off the press. Pussy Paul, Keystone Cop Crew, choice. Guru of choice. Pussy Paul, Keystone Cop Crew, Guru of choice, because you keep.
Can you make up one of those asking Paul to share his mugshot from this weekend?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll actually make one. I'll email it to you. You can have your own. But
Man, I don't know. I don't have any ink in my printer. I have like 3 printers and no ink.
Oh, that sucks. I have you should get some ink. Walmart's still open. But
I just want you to do it, Hank.
Yeah, I may be able to.
I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, but hot the presses, you'll be punished if you keep stringing us along with your accusations and BS. So just regroup. If you're gonna fake something, fake it good enough that you'll be proud to at least email to me.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not listening for the first half of that.
Yeah,
Jack.
It wasn't worth listening to. I'm just Officer Snaps keeps lobbing accusations against Jack. He won't email anyone, so we can check his facts. And this is what your punishment. This is your punishment.
If you just block Snaps, he doesn't matter, and he's too loopy to be fun to play with.
Yeah. So
Jack, can I add something?
Please
kind
do.
of funny. Okay. I've had really bad connection here. I got knocked out twice. So I come back in and I write my little ditty inside. I click on the link and I end up in the guy Looney Tunes StreamYard. And I think I'm on your stream. And I said, okay, so now that and he's showing like his board and he's like, do you like my videos? And I'm thinking I'm the only one up on the screen with them and you've put me there. And I'm in the guy's StreamYard. So I said, well, you just have a great night and we'll talk to you later. I said, just don't do that again. Now you had your channel dropped and that's his channel. And be on your way. I was like, where the hell am I?
It's funny how we can end up we can end up in unexpected places, unexpected situations very easily. I can understand the confusion though too. There's a bunch of links dropped in the chat. Welcome back somewhere in time. Appreciate you returning. Noelle, please.
Hi, summertime. Nice to meet you. Nice to talk to you.
Hey, hello.
And can you tell me your backstory or no? Like what's
Boring.
going on? Like I could slow it down.
Well, I do have a channel. It's more or less for my journey, and I kind of drop it for my kids and my grandkids. But you're more than welcome to look at it. This is Jack's, and I don't really want to carry on about myself, if that's okay.
You haven't
That's
asked any
okay.
of the rest of us about our backstories.
Because I don't want to ask too many questions in here. I need
Are you sure?
slow down.
All right, I'll shut up.
But I will give you this. I named my daughter Joelle, Joelle. So I really like the tone of it. And her dad's name is Joseph, goes by Joe. But little did he know, back in the day, I named my daughter Joelle because my mother that died before I was 2 was a Barbara Joanne and went by Bobby Joe. So he had no idea. So now she goes by JoJo as her nickname, and it delights me. So things work out, right?
That makes sense. Wow.
How?
You can get the yellow paper from Walmart. The people in the chat want
What's
to
the
know.
yellow paper is?
That yellow paper's the good.
Yep, it's a good.
That's that dank paper.
Yep.
So, State Flow, what about your background story?
I've got an
I'm
ex-wife whose
really
name is
interested.
Noelle.
Oh God. No.
The first time you ever came on one of my panels, I saw your name load before your image did,
Yeah.
and I thought, "Fuck, she's here."
She found me.
That's not me.
She's requested to come on before. She's like, "Oh my God, you should have me on." I was like, "Eh."
So do
You said, like, I'm good.
wait? How did you found out it wasn't her?
Well, because then your picture loaded.
Yes.
Right.
But what's your backstory about your life?
I was born a poor black child.
I'm out, Jack. Be blessed.
Really?
Blessings to you.
Really?
Too. Thank you for joining.
Sure,
No,
why
not really.
Close enough. I don't.
But I've grown into a poor black man. That would be more closer to accurate.
He's good at it.
Margo, what about your background story?
Well, I was born and raised in Spokane, Washington, and then I went and lived in Colorado for a while, and I came back and got a couple college degrees, and now I live in Arizona.
That's nice.
What's your backstory, Noelle?
I didn't ask those two down there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Harry, what about yours? Pink, what about yours?
Yes, I'm the prophet of Varus. I want to end wars, and I'm secretly an Eldritch abomination.
That's what Jack wants to do.
It's amazing how some things work out.
What about the other guy? I forgot his name.
Denizen.
Yo.
Dennison. What about your backstory?
Well, I'm a descendant of the Duke of Buckingham, and I raised Bengal tigers.
Oh, that's really interesting. Wow. What's that? What's Bengal tigers? They're real tigers or like? Wow.
Yeah, they have stripes.
And Jack, have I know your backstory?
I know I've shared, but Noelle, I have no clue what you have or have not tried to learn. So mostly I'm here today, not so much for the past, but because of the past. Just like all of us, we're all here today because of the past. But what I'm really encouraging everyone to do is to bring our minds into the future. Let's start worrying more about what the future plans are. What are your future plans, Noelle? What do you hope to achieve before you're through? What's your dreams?
My dreams are getting through life.
Just surviving? What do you hope to accomplish? I mean, if you could live the life of your dreams, if you were living the life you loved, what would you be doing? Do you know?
In the future, I would. That's a hard question.
You know what, Noelle? Please, I encourage you to think about it because there's a dream within you that's waiting to be realized. And then the other question I would ask, not only what would I love to be doing? What would I love? What if I loved the life I was living, what would I be doing? And then you can also flip that around. If I loved my life today, is there anything stopping me from loving my life today? Because you can. You can love your life from exactly where you're at, especially if you believe that where you're at is leading you to the life of your dreams. It can become realized. It just takes a shift in our mind, you know, a little change, learning some new things, understanding some different perspectives, and we can transform the direction of our future so easily.
Noelle, how old are you?
I am 24.
That's fantastic.
How old are you?
I am 58. I have a 25-year-old son.
Noelle, you're a young lady. You've got a beautiful future ahead of you. I see that because you shine brightly, just who you are and how you are. Hey, I don't mean to distract from that, but you guys know a Vic Ferrari?
Yeah.
No.
I know Vic, but he goes by Rooster King or something.
Okay. Welcome, Vic.
Is that you, Vic?
Yeah, I think I'm not
There
sure
he
what
is.
happened. How you doing, Jack? Good to see you, brother. I thought I was going on to the Looney Tunes channel. I clicked the link and somehow I ended up back here. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on, man. But it's good to see you again, bro.
Oh, that's probably an StreamYard glitch.
Your
Okay.
audio's a little glitched out.
Jack, can you go on with this conversation? I really enjoyed it. I really like it. Like a lot. I
Thank
do.
you.
It's
Thank you, Noelle. And Vic, it's funny that we'll come back in just a moment. Thank you, Noelle. It's funny you mentioned that though, Vic, because I think someone somewhere in time thought she was joining here and headed over that way. So
Oh, got it. So are you guys co-streaming, or what is happening exactly?
no,
Or unintentionally?
well,
I got you, bro.
he came to visit, and if you want, his StreamYard link is in the back in the private chat. If you
Okay.
scroll up, you may be able to see it.
Okay.
He dropped it.
Yeah,
there.
I know. Yeah, I know Brandon, but I'm not sure what went on, man. But anyway, everything's good with you, brother. You doing all right?
Absolutely.
Good, man. Good. Right on. All right, I'm gonna drop down. You guys get back to what you were talking about, and I'll resub to you now that I've found you again. So there you go. Things happen for a reason, right? We come in and out of each other's lives at specific times for specific reasons, man. So you guys be cool. Peace and love always.
Hey,
Peace.
respect. Thank you, Vic. That is pretty cool. Life does work that way. It's interesting, and we never know. When we humble ourselves to what is true, we have to realize what we do not know. And, this kind of ties into the thumbnail and all of this. If we're going to be authentic, we must be honest. And honesty is,
Instagram.
yes, I'm on Instagram as well.
Can I follow you?
Certainly. Please do.
Okay, what is it? It's like what's your Instagram?
Probably Jack Talcott.
It's just my name. And if you'd like, in the video description, there's links to all of these things. But
Facebook, you have Facebook, Jack? I have it too.
Well,
What?
wonderful.
I don't.
Wait, can I, Jack, or no? Like, is it weird or no? I'm sorry.
No, Noelle, please, you are invited. And as a matter of fact, why don't you, if you'd like, feel free to send me a message later. Maybe we can talk offline.
How can you say your name? Jack. Your name
You
is
know what, Jack?
LCO.
She liked it when you called her shiny, Jack.
Hey, Jack, I'm going to hop out. I'm going to give Brandon at the 3 minutes I promised him. Then I need to give Tommy a visit. So thank you for
Jack,
having me.
I don't see your Facebook.
Hank, Noelle, pause just a moment, please. Hank, thank you very much, brother. I look forward. We'll reconnect later. And enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. Blessings.
Thank you very much.
Jack, I don't see your. Wait, what's your Facebook name?
It's my name.
It's just Jack Talcott.
Yes, I'm pretty easy to find, and
I don't see it. Is this top one?
give me just a moment. I'll pull it up for you.
Noelle,
I did add you. I did add you. Did you see it? Huh?
Noelle, I'm going to scoot out of here so
Ella?
you can chat with Jack. So, you are you are a lovely young lady, and it's been joyful to chat with you. Have a good night, okay?
Thank you, Margo.
You as well too.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
And thank you for joining, Margo. I do appreciate you joining.
Did I?
Here in the private chat is.
I did. Okay. I did add you, Jack.
Wonderful. Then we'll connect later.
Are you gonna accept it back? You have no friends on your.
Well, tell you what, Noelle, we'll connect and we'll do the details of that a little later. Okay. Hey, you know what?
So
I just realized.
Yes.
I just realized it's been a couple of hours. It may be time to wrap up anyway. So what were you saying? If you've got some final thoughts, Noelle, please.
I was saying saying, are you? I'm saying, can I still be in here?
You can. I'm going to put you to the back, though, as I give some final words. And you're welcome to hang out if you'd like. Okay? Denizen?
Check. Good to see you again.
You as well.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, sir.
Blessings to you. I appreciate you.
Thank
Please
you. I
go
appreciate you as well. I'm not at my computer. Can you kick me?
Yeah, I will. I will.
See you later.
All right, brother. Thank you, Denizen. All of you who joined the panel, all of you who joined the chat, whether you tuned in live or later, sincerely, thank you. Thank you for sharing your time, your attention with me. And I hope some of what I offered is understood and it is received, because what I'm inviting, I'm not telling anyone what to do. I am inviting all of you, whoever you are. If you're hearing my words, I'm inviting you to join me to live with love, to live by love, for love, through love. Love, it can only be denied. It can only be misunderstood, but love is eternally present. And this is what I believe is the significance of the image of Christ. The perfect example of love has been given to us. The path out of the darkness to lead ourselves and each other out of the darkness of conflict and shame and guilt and hate. To escape all of that, bring forth the power of forgiveness. Because as Jesus was, we are. He was then, he is here. We can become like he when we walk with love, authentically. And this is where the power of creativity, it comes through the uniqueness of you. To share your uniqueness, you must stop conforming. You must become authentic and true. To become true, you must be honest. And honesty is more than not lying. It's truth telling. It's truth speaking, truth living, and most importantly, truth loving. Love the truth. Love the truth of who you were. Accept that. We've all stumbled. We've all fallen into the darkness and into the corruption, and we've all allowed ourselves to be deceived. We've all allowed ourselves to do things that were unjust, that were unrighteous, that were untrue. And those things that we did, they corrupted us. So let's not keep carrying around the corruption. Let's stop repeating the patterns of the past. Let's learn our lessons. And lessons are best learned together. And wisdom is a gift that we are here to share. So through you, through your unique life, our Creator, the God of love, it's instilled within you talents and gifts and perspectives that will help change someone else's life. And you can only influence the ones that you experience unless you really try hard and shoot big. And I encourage you to do so. But allow yourself to consider not the differences between you and Jesus, but the similarities. Because when you're honest about who you are and how you love deeply too. Because I know how I feel. Brothers and sisters, thank you. Thank you for joining me again today for this time together. And may you receive and carry with you the love I feel, the love I know, and the love I offer for you, just as you are, because I see the potential in us all. Brothers and sisters, thank you again. Please do the subscribe thing. Tune in again. Tune in. Watch for the time and the notifications. Tune in again, and let's see what happens in the future. Till then, enjoy your adventure and share love. Shine brightly. Understand you. Peace for everyone. Choose love and live without fear. Thank you again, and God bless us all.